Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yo, check it. Jay-Z been claiming he's the king of this rap game since forever, while Queen Bee been the baddest holding down the throne. These two had that power couple flex on lock, but real talk, behind all that designer stuff and red carpet stunting, their marriage was getting straight demolished by some grimy cheating. The first red flag went all the way off at that bougie Met Gala back in 2014. Security footage leaked showing Solange Knowles going absolutely buck wild on Jay-Z in an elevator, while Beyonce just stood there like she was watching paint dry. The whole damn internet lost their minds trying to figure out what made Solange snap like that, but the family kept their lips sealed tighter than a nun's legs. Then 2016 came through and Beyonce dropped Lemonade, and yo, that wasn't just some album, that was straight verbal assassination. Track after track, she was putting this brother on full blast, painting a picture of betrayal that had every hood and suburb talking. He only want me when I'm not there. He better call Becky with the good hair, she sang, and the Bayhive went full CSI mode trying to identify this mysterious Becky broad. Things got real spicy when fashion designer Rachel Roy posted some slick mess on Instagram with the caption, "Good hair don't care," basically throwing shots at the whole situation. The Bayhive swarmed her ass so hard, she had to lock down her whole account and start denying everything like her life depended on it. For over a year, Jay kept his mouth shut like he was in witness protection, letting the streets run wild with all kinds of crazy theories. Then homie finally came clean on his 444 album in 2017, spitting some real vulnerable bars about his dirt. "I apologize often womanized, took for my child to be born to see through a woman's eyes," he rapped, basically admitting he was out here moving foul as hell and hurting his whole family. But check this, these two didn't just survive the storm, they flipped that pain into straight profit, turning their marital drama into a $1 billion comeback story. Offset and Cardi's whole situation was some straight up trap house soap opera drama. This Migos cat couldn't keep his dick in his pants to save his life, and Cardi wasn't about to bite her tongue about none of that bullshit. The first major scandal dropped in December 2017 when a video surfaced allegedly showing Offset getting freaky with another thought. The footage was grainy as hell, but the internet detectives was convinced it was definitely him getting down. Cardi was pregnant with their first baby and initially had her man's back, but you could see the cracks starting to show real quick. Then this Selena Powell broad came out the woodwork claiming she was carrying Offset's seed. This was posting screenshots of alleged text conversations and hopping on every radio show, spilling all the tea about their supposed affair. The drama peaked when she scheduled some paternity test reveal on a podcast, but when the results came back, the baby wasn't even his. She played herself hard. But Offset's cheating ways didn't stop there. This brother was relentless. Multiple females stepped forward claiming they'd been f***ing around with him, including affairs with Instagram baddies and strip club dancers. Every new story had Cardi going absolutely ballistic on social media, creating content that the whole hip-hop community was glued to like it was Netflix. The breaking point hit in December 2018 when Cardi announced they were splitting up on Instagram, saying, "We got a lot of love for each other, but things just haven't been working out between us for a long time." She filed them divorce papers citing irreconcilable differences and was ready to be done with his ass. But Offset wasn't about to take that L lying down. This fool crashed Cardi's performance at Rolling Loud with flowers and a public apology, creating one of the most cringe and awkward moments in hip-hop history. That grand gesture backfired harder than a broken down hoopty, with fans calling it manipulative and straight disrespectful to the culture. Diddy and Kim Porter Cassie. Sean Diddy Combs been a serial cheater and player throughout all his high-profile relationships. But two situations really show how this cat was moving grimy. His betrayals of Kim Porter and Cassie Ventura. Kim Porter wasn't just some random thought to Diddy. She was his day one and the mother of 3 of his seeds. Their relationship was more on and off than a broken light switch for over a decade, keeping the blogs fed. The ultimate violation came when Porter found out Diddy had knocked up stylist Sarah Chapman while she was pregnant with his twins. That's some next level foul stuff. That revelation hit different than anything else. Here Kim was carrying his babies, only to find out this brother was starting another whole family behind her. Back. The scandal led to one of their most explosive breakups, with Porter packing up and bouncing from their shared crib with all the kids in tow. But Diddy's pattern of stepping out continued with his next serious relationship. Cassie Ventura, the singer behind Me and You, started f***ing with Diddy in 2007 when she was just 19 years old. Their relationship lasted over a decade, but it was full of alleged controlling behavior and constant cheating. The most public affair Diddy had while with Cassie involved model and OnlyFans creator Gina Hewing. Hewing later spilled all the tea that she was dealing with Diddy for years while he was still with Cassie, even posting pics from their trips together like she was taunting the situation. In 2018, after years of alleged cheating and control, Cassie finally said "F this" and bounced, citing irreconcilable differences. The story got way darker in 2023 when Cassie hit Diddy with a lawsuit, alleging years of abuse and sex trafficking. That stuff was heavy. Notorious Big and Faith Evans. The love triangle between Biggie, Faith Evans, and Lil Kim is still one of hip-hop's most tragic and grimy cheating stories. What started as some whirlwind romance between Biggie and Faith turned into some real messy thing that defined the whole East Coast scene in the 90s. Christopher Wallace and Faith Evans met in 1994 and got married just 9 days later. Some real love at first sight type timing that seemed romantic but ended up being problematic as hell. Their relationship was passionate but toxic as marked by Biggie's rising fame and his wandering. The most public and painful affair Biggie had was with his protege, Lil Kim. Kim has kept it 100 about their sexual relationship, describing it as deeply emotional and physical, despite his marriage to Faith. The affair wasn't even hidden. It was practically flaunted in the hip-hop community, with Kim appearing in Biggie's videos and rolling with him to industry events while Faith was at home with the kids like some fool. Faith Evans later detailed all the pain in her memoir, Keep the Faith. She talked about finding other phone numbers in Biggie's pockets and dealing with groupies calling their house at all hours. The disrespect was compounded by how public the Kim affair was. Everybody in hip-hop knew what was up and was probably laughing behind Faith's back. Things got even more f***ed up when rumors started about Faith's alleged affair with Tupac Shakur, Biggie's rival. While Faith has always denied these claims, they added fuel to the East Coast-West Coast beef that was already spiraling completely out of control. Tragically, Biggie got murdered in 1997 before he could make things right with Faith. The unresolved nature of their marriage, marked by his constant infidelity, left Faith to deal with her grief while the public scrutinized their failed relationship. Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose. Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose looked like hip-hop's most chill couple. He was that laid-back stoner rapper. She was the confident baddie and entrepreneur. Their 2013 wedding was celebrated as two free spirits finding love despite their unconventional backgrounds. But their fairy tale got completely wrecked when Amber caught Wiz in the most foul situation imaginable. The scandal dropped in 2014 when Amber walked in on Wiz with twin sisters just 1 year into their marriage. This wasn't some "I found suspicious text" type discovery. Amber literally caught her husband in the act with two at the same damn time. The disrespect was so blatant, it ended their marriage almost immediately. What made the situation even more grimy was the timing. Amber and Wiz had just had their son Sebastian in 2013, and she was still adjusting to being a new mom when she discovered this foul stuff. Imagine walking in on your husband with not one, but two other females while you're dealing with motherhood. That's some next level cruel bullshit. The divorce proceedings turned into a public mess, with custody battles over their son playing out in court documents and social media posts. Both of them were making accusations about the other's parenting skills. Amber didn't keep quiet about the betrayal either. In interviews, she called Wiz a serial cheater and spilled all the tea about how the twin sister incident was just the tip of the iceberg. She revealed there had been multiple affairs throughout their relationship, painting a picture of a dude who couldn't stay faithful despite having a wife and child at home. Their divorce was finalized in 2016. Nas and Kellis. Nas and Kellis seemed like an unlikely but perfect match. The legendary Queens lyricist and the quirky R&B chick behind Milkshake. Their 2005 marriage brought together two strong personalities from different musical worlds, but that all crumbled under the weight of infidelity and mutual accusations of abuse. The problems started early as hell, with Nas admitting in later interviews that he struggled with staying faithful throughout their marriage. His cheating wasn't just one affair, it was a whole damn pattern involving multiple over several years. The betrayals hit harder for Kellis because she had put her career on the back burner to support this brother during some of his biggest musical wins. Kellis has been real as about the extent of Nas's cheating, describing it in interviews as systematic and disrespectful. She revealed that she would regularly find evidence of affairs, phone numbers, hotel receipts, and other shorties' belongings. The constant discovery of new betrayals created a cycle of confrontation and fake reconciliation that took a toll on both of them. The situation got more f***ed up when their marriage started falling apart publicly. Kellis accused Nas of domestic violence during their 2009 divorce proceedings, claiming that his infidelity often led to explosive arguments that turned physical. That's some toxic business. Their divorce battle got particularly nasty over custody of their son, Knight. Kellis initially tried to keep Nas away from their child, citing his behavior during their marriage as evidence that he wasn't fit to be a father. Nas has since reflected on his behavior during their marriage with regret. In his music and interviews, he's acknowledged that his cheating destroyed what could have been a lasting relationship. Dr. Dre and Nicole Young. Dr. Dre's divorce from Nicole Young wasn't just another celebrity split. It was the end of a 24-year marriage worth over $1 billion, marked by allegations of multiple affairs that would make even the most seasoned players shake their heads. The legendary producer's personal life imploded in the most public way possible. The marriage looked solid from the outside. Nicole, a former attorney, had been riding with Dre through his transition from NWA member to successful entrepreneur. She supported this brother through creating Aftermath Entertainment and the eventual sale of Beats by Dre to Apple for $3 billion. But behind closed doors, Dre was allegedly keeping multiple side pieces and living foul as hell. The most public affair involved singer Jillian Spear, also known as Crystal Sierra. This didn't just mess around with Dre. She dropped a music video called Diamond Life that seemed to detail their whole relationship, complete with scenes in luxury, hotels, and expensive whips that many saw as references to their time together. The video was viewed as a direct diss to Nicole. That's some cold move, but Spear wasn't the only one. Court documents filed during their divorce alleged that Dre had affairs with at least 3 different shorties throughout their marriage. These weren't just hit-and-quit situations. They were ongoing relationships that involved expensive gifts, trips, and housing arrangements that Dre allegedly paid for with marital money. The financial implications of these affairs became central to their divorce proceedings. Nicole's legal team argued that community property had been used to support Dre's mistresses, meaning that marital assets were being spent on the very who were destroying their marriage. The divorce was finalized in 2021, with Nicole reportedly getting a substantial bag in the settlement. Chris Brown and Rihanna. Any conversation about hip-hop infidelity has to include Chris Brown's toxic pattern of cheating that destroyed his relationships with 2 of the baddest in entertainment, Rihanna and Karrueche Tran. Brown's inability to stay faithful created a love triangle that played out publicly for years and was messy as hell. The Chris Brown and Rihanna situation started as a teenage romance between 2 rising stars, but it quickly turned toxic as ending with the infamous 2009 assault that left Rihanna hospitalized and Chris Brown facing felony charges. What many don't know is that the assault was allegedly triggered by Chris Brown's cheating. Rihanna had discovered he was stepping out on her. Despite the abuse, Rihanna and Chris Brown got back together in 2012, much to everyone's shock and horror. But the reconciliation was doomed from the jump because Brown was simultaneously dating model Karrueche Tran. The situation created one of the messiest love triangles in entertainment history, with Brown publicly going back and forth between the 2 women like some kind of player. The cheating became so blatant that Brown was essentially living a double life. He would be photographed with Rihanna at industry events while maintaining his relationship with Karrueche. Both women knew about each other, but neither was willing to walk away from the toxic situation. It was wild to watch. The final straw came in 2015 when Karrueche discovered that Chris Brown had knocked up model Nia Guzman while they were together. The betrayal was devastating. Not only had he cheated, but he had created a whole child with another bitch. Karrueche's reaction was swift and final. She ended their relationship immediately and got a restraining order against Chris Brown in 2017, citing threats of violence. Snoop Dogg and Shantae Taylor. Snoop Dogg's marriage to Shantae Taylor represents one of hip-hop's most enduring love stories, but it hasn't been without its drama and bullshit. Their relationship, which started back in high school, has survived decades of fame, fortune, and Snoop's admitted infidelity, showing both their commitment and the complexities of maintaining a marriage when you're in the entertainment game. Calvin Broadus and Shantae Taylor met at Long Beach Polytechnic High School, where they started a relationship that would span over 3 decades. They got married in 1997 after Snoop had already blown up with his debut album, Doggy Style. But success brought temptations that would test their marriage in ways they never expected. Snoop has been remarkably real about his cheating, admitting in interviews that he struggled with staying faithful during the height of his career. The constant touring, parties, and availability of thoughts created an environment where cheating became almost normalized. Unlike many rappers who deny their dirt, Snoop has owned up to his mistakes publicly and kept it 100. The most serious crisis came in 2004 when Snoop filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The filing came after years of rumors about his affairs and Shantae's frustration with his lifestyle. Court documents revealed that she was seeking spousal support and custody of their children. But the divorce proceedings revealed something interesting about their relationship. Despite his infidelity, Snoop recognized that Shantae was irreplaceable. The process of potentially losing her made him realize what he was throwing away. The couple reconciled before the divorce was finalized, with Snoop publicly crediting marriage counseling and a renewed commitment to their relationship. They renewed their vows in 2008. Snoop has spoken about the baby mama drama that comes with infidelity, referencing situations where have claimed he fathered their children. T.I. and Tiny Harris. Clifford T.I., Harris and Tamika, Tiny Harris, have one of hip-hop's most documented marriages, thanks to their reality show, T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle. But the cameras that were supposed to show their strong family unit also captured the cracks caused by T.S cheating, creating some of the most uncomfortable reality TV moments ever filmed. Their relationship started in the early 2000s, when Tiny was in the R&B group Xscape, and T.I. was coming up as one of Atlanta's hottest rappers. They had an on and off situation for years before finally getting married in 2010 in an intimate ceremony in Miami. The first major cheating scandal came in 2007 before they were married, when both T.I. and Tiny got arrested on drug possession charges in West Hollywood. While the arrest was drug-related, it exposed the toxic dynamics in their relationship, including T.S relationships with other shorties that Tiny was forced to deal with. The most public revelation of T.S infidelity came through their VH1 reality show, which documented their daily lives and relationship struggles. Viewers watched as Tiny confronted T.I. about various affairs, including his relationships with who would call their house and show up at public events. One of the most damaging revelations was T.S affair with a woman who leaked private conversations and photos, embarrassing both T.I. and Tiny publicly. The leak included intimate text messages where T.I. made promises to leave his wife for this other chick. Their lowest point came in 2016 when Tiny filed for divorce, citing his continued cheating and their inability to work things out. But they got back together before the divorce was finalized. T.I. has credited therapy and personal growth with helping him understand the damage his infidelity was causing. Swizz Beatz and Mashonda, the Alicia Keys. The love triangle between producer Swizz Beatz, his wife Mashonda, and R&B superstar Alicia Keys became one of hip-hop's messiest situations, complete with open letters, public accusations, and a divorce that played out like a soap opera across blogs and magazines for years. Kasim Swizz Beatz Dean and Mashonda Tefrere looked like the perfect hip-hop power couple when they got married in 2004. She was a successful songwriter and artist, while he was one of the most sought-after producers in the game, creating hits for Jay-Z, DMX, and Eve. Their relationship produced a son, Kasim Jr., and seemed solid despite the pressures of the music industry. But in 2008, word started spreading that Swizz was messing around with Alicia Keys, who was at the peak of her career. The speculation got stronger when Keys and Swizz were spotted together at various industry events, often in intimate settings that suggested their relationship was more than just business. What made the situation particularly foul for Mashonda was that she and Alicia had been cool. Mashonda felt betrayed not just by her husband, but by someone she considered a sister in the industry. That's some snake move. The situation exploded in 2009 when Mashonda wrote an open letter to Alicia Keys, published on various hip-hop blogs. The letter was a masterclass in handling business with dignity, with Mashonda appealing to Keys as one sister to another to respect her marriage and family. Swizz and Mashonda got divorced in 2010, just months before Swizz and Alicia Keys announced their engagement. The timing couldn't have been worse for Mashonda, who was still processing the end of her marriage when her ex-husband immediately moved on with the who had destroyed their relationship. In recent years, all three have managed to create a successful co-parenting relationship that they call a blended family. Ja Rule and Aisha Atkins. Jeffrey Ja Rule Atkins and Aisha Murray represent one of hip-hop's most enduring marriages, but their relationship has been tested by numerous infidelity scandals, most notably Ja Rule's affair with Karine Superhead Steffens, which was detailed in one of hip-hop's most explosive tell-all books. Ja Rule and Aisha have been together since high school, getting married in 2001 when Ja was at the peak of his commercial success with hits like Holla Holla and his collaborations with Jennifer Lopez and Christina Milian. Their relationship seemed like a hip-hop fairy tale, the neighborhood hero who married his high school sweetheart and brought her along for the ride to superstardom. But success brought temptations that would test their marriage. The first major scandal came when Karine Steffens published her memoir, Confessions of a Video Vixen, in 2005, detailing her sexual encounters with numerous hip-hop stars, including a graphic account of her affair with Ja Rule. This Steffens didn't just mention Ja Rule in passing. She devoted an entire chapter to their relationship, describing intimate details about their sexual encounters and emotional connection. She portrayed Ja as a dude who was unhappy in his marriage and seeking emotional fulfillment outside his relationship with Aisha. The revelations were devastating for Aisha, who had to read about her husband's infidelity in a best-selling book. What made the situation worse was that Steffens continued to discuss their affair in interviews promoting the book. This thought appeared on radio shows and television programs, often providing additional details about their relationship that weren't in the book. Over the years, various women have claimed affairs with Ja Rule, including industry insiders and fans. Each new revelation has tested Aisha's commitment to their marriage. Despite all the scandals and betrayals, Aisha has remained by Ja Rule's side, speaking about the challenges of being married to someone in the entertainment industry. Nelly and Ashanti. The relationship between Nelly and Ashanti was one of the early 2000s most beloved hip-hop couples. But what seemed like a perfect match was actually marked by infidelity that would eventually destroy their decade-long romance and create one of the most shocking reconciliations in recent memory. Cornell, Nelly, Haynes, and Ashanti Douglas started dating around 2003 at the height of both their careers. Nelly was killing it with hits like Hot in Hair and Dilemma, while Ashanti was dominating the charts with Foolish and her collaborations with Fat Joe and Ja Rule. They seemed perfectly matched, both from humble beginnings, who had achieved massive success through talent and grinding hard. Their relationship was relatively private compared to other hip-hop couples, but fans loved seeing them together at award award shows and industry events. They appeared in each other's music videos and were often photographed together, creating an image of a stable, successful couple. But behind the scenes, Nelly was allegedly living a double life and moving grimy. For years, rumors circulated about his relationships with other women, but Ashanti stayed loyal and defended their relationship publicly. The speculation reached its peak when various came forward claiming to have had affairs with Nelly during his relationship with Ashanti. The breaking point came around 2013 when their relationship ended suddenly. It wasn't until 2015 that Ashanti revealed the truth in a television interview, confirming that Nelly's infidelity was the reason their relationship ended. In the interview, Ashanti described discovering Nelly's affairs as devastating, particularly because she had been completely faithful throughout their relationship. What made Nelly's infidelity particularly hurtful was the public nature of some of his affairs, with various women posting photos with him on social media. The most shocking twist came in 2021 when Nelly and Ashanti were spotted together, sparking reconciliation rumors. In 2022, both confirmed they were back together, Tyga and Kylie Jenner. The relationship between Tyga and Kylie Jenner was controversial from the jump due to their age difference, but it was Tyga's alleged affair with transgender actress Mia Isabella that created one of the most explosive cheating scandals in hip-hop history, complete with leaked text messages and explicit photos that dominated social media for weeks. Michael Tyga Stevenson and Kylie Jenner started their relationship when she was just 17, creating immediate controversy due to their age gap. Despite the criticism, they maintained their relationship publicly, with Tyga often defending their romance in interviews and on social media. By 2015, their relationship seemed serious, with Tyga frequently appearing on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and becoming part of the family's inner circle. But in late 2015, their relationship got rocked by explosive allegations when transgender actress Mia Isabella claimed she had been having an affair with Tyga. This Isabella didn't just make vague claims. She provided what appeared to be evidence of their relationship, including screenshots of text messages and intimate photos that she claimed were from Tyga. The leaked messages were particularly damaging because they allegedly showed Tyga expressing romantic feelings for Isabella while simultaneously maintaining his public relationship with Kylie. The texts included intimate conversations where Tyga allegedly discussed his desire to see Isabella and made plans for secret meetings. What made the scandal even more explosive was the timing. The allegations surfaced just as Tyga and Kylie's relationship was becoming more serious, with rumors that they were considering engagement. The idea that Tyga was allegedly conducting a secret affair with a transgender woman while dating one of America's most famous teenagers created a media frenzy. Isabella continued to release more alleged evidence over several days, including photos that she claimed were taken during their encounters. She appeared on radio shows and gave interviews detailing their alleged relationship, describing Tyga as someone who was living a double life. Tyga initially remained silent about the allegations, but eventually denied the claims through his representatives. However, his denials did little to stop the speculation. The scandal had a significant impact on Tyga's relationship with Kylie and her family, with reports suggesting that the Kardashian-Jenner family was concerned about the allegations. Fat Joe and Lorena Cartagena. Fat Joe's weight loss transformation was supposed to be a positive story about health and getting his life together, but it became the catalyst for one of hip-hop's most unexpected cheating scandals when his dramatic physical change allegedly led to infidelity that nearly destroyed his 17-year marriage to his day one, Lorena Cartagena. Joseph Fat Joe Cartagena and Lorena have been together since they were teenagers growing up in the Bronx. Their relationship survived Fat Joe's rise to fame in the 1990s and his evolution from underground rapper to mainstream success with hits like Lean Back and What's Love. They seem like one of hip-hop's most solid couples, with Lorena staying largely out of the spotlight while supporting her husband's career and holding him down through everything. The problem started around 2011 when Fat Joe embarked on a dramatic weight loss journey, shedding over 100 pounds and transforming his physical appearance. The change was dramatic and positive from a health perspective, but it allegedly gave Fat Joe a new level of confidence that led to poor decisions regarding his marriage and stepping out on his wife. The scandal broke when photos surfaced of Fat Joe with a young woman in Dubai, where he was performing at a high-profile event. The images showed Fat Joe in intimate settings with this chick, including what appeared to be romantic dinners and private moments that suggested their relationship was more than just professional. What made the situation worse was how Lorena found out about the affair. According to reports, a friend of the family sent the photos directly to Lorena, meaning she learned about her husband's infidelity through images that were circulating on social media and blogs. The public nature of the discovery added humiliation to the betrayal. That's some foul business. The Dubai woman was reportedly a socialite who was known for her relationships with wealthy men and celebrities. Her social media accounts allegedly contained additional photos with Fat Joe that weren't initially made public, suggesting that their affair was more extensive than the initial images revealed. Fat Joe initially denied the allegations, claiming that the photos were taken out of context. The scandal put significant strain strain on Fat Joe's marriage, with reports suggesting that Lorena was considering divorce. Waka Flocka Flame and Tammy Rivera. Waka Flocka Flame and Tammy Rivera's relationship was a love and hip-hop fan favorite, but their nearly decade-long marriage crumbled in 2022 under the weight of Waka's admitted infidelity, creating one of reality TV's most heartbreaking breakups as viewers watched their love story transform into a cautionary tale about trust and betrayal. Joaquin Waka Flocka Flame Malphurs and Tameka Tammy Rivera met in the early 2010s when Waka was establishing himself as one of Atlanta's hottest rappers with hits like Hard into Paint and No Hands. Tammy, a singer and entrepreneur, seemed like the perfect match for the energetic rapper, and their relationship quickly got serious. Their romance played out partially on VH1's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, where viewers fell in love with their dynamic. Waka appeared to be completely devoted to Tammy, often expressing his love publicly and supporting her music career. They got married in 2014 in a ceremony that was featured on the show, with fans celebrating what seemed like a genuine love story. But behind the cameras, their relationship was dealing with serious issues. Waka has been open about his struggles with fidelity, admitting in interviews that he cheated on Tammy multiple times throughout their marriage. Unlike many rappers who deny their dirt, Waka has been remarkably honest about his inability to remain faithful and keep his dick in his pants. The infidelity wasn't limited to one-night stands or brief affairs. According to Tammy, Waka had ongoing relationships with multiple bitches that included emotional connections, not just physical encounters. The betrayal was particularly painful because Tammy had been supportive of Waka's career and had even put her own ambitions on hold to focus on their marriage. The breaking point came in 2022 when Tammy announced their separation, revealing that they had actually been apart for nearly a year while trying to work on their issues privately. In her announcement, Tammy was candid about the emotional toll of Waka's infidelity, describing feeling heartbroken and betrayed. Please check out more interesting videos from the cards on the screen.